Well, hello everybody. I'm here with Claudia Ricard from Bunny Talk Process, and I am Carmen Sauchuk with Feelfulness, Metaconscious Design, and we are excited to talk about the hypnosis conference that it's coming in October 16, 17, 18, 19. And let me show you the screen. I'm going to show you the screen right here of what is coming. And you want to go here at hypnosisconference.org, and you will be able to see the co-founder of NLP, Dr. Richard Bandler. That is a big deal because he's not out out there with people anymore. And these are the conference packages. There are 3 levels for you to choose from. If you choose this high level, you get to spend a one-on-one with Dr. Bandler on Monday. And we're going to have more than 100 presenters, 100 speakers. We're going to have vendors where both me and you are going, Claudia are going to be a vendor. We're going to have a vendor table. You can engage and talk to us as much as you want. And then we're going to have some other stars, Chase Hughes, a profiler, Lenora Edwards, she's a TEDx speaker, and Rich Gotzi. Oh my God, you want to see Rich Gotzi and with his stage hypnosis show. That's you want something to see. So then you'll have a post-conference hypnosis and application of NLP. You get insider access with some of the workshops that you're going to have. Here's Claudia. She's going to have a workshop, a pre-conference. Then you have Dr. Richard Nangar. He's another huge star you want to see and interact with. And you have pre-conference, post-conference. But most of all, the most important thing, what you're going to see is me and Claudia. So we are the big stars over here because we are presenting, and we are going to have a vendor table. And what that means that you get to spend more time with us, and you're going to have a chair to sit and talk with us. And I'm going to present my identity architecture through the meta-conscious design of feelfulness, which is the evolution. I'm telling you guys, this is the evolution because it includes everything. And then you're going to see Claudia with her body talk process, which she gets to help so many people. So Claudia, tell us a little bit about your body talk process.
Yes. Well, first of all, thank you for having me on, Carmen. And it'll be so good to see you because I haven't seen you obviously for like a year. So it's like I get to see you once a year at the conference in Chicago. And so yes, the bunny talk process. I mean, it's something I created with my daughter, and most people do know the story now because it's shadow puppets. However, I am now training this worldwide. I had other colleagues asking me, "Are you going to make it into a course?" And I said no, first of all, because I thought, well, everybody can do shadow puppets. However, I was encouraged to, and I thought, well, actually, I can because I thought everybody worked the way I did, actually. And I know some people do, but I do a lot of emotional intelligence coaching in my first session. It's like a big pre-talk. It's a big meaty one so that people get on board and they go, oh, that's why I do what I do. And I thought, well, actually, that's what I will help the parents with, because actually that's what I do anyway. If a parent comes to see me, Carmen, and says, can you fix my child? I go, can you come in for a session first so that I can speak to both of you? And then actually what often happens is they realize, oh, it's us. And they start to take responsibility. And I say it in a very caring way. I don't even say it's them. They do. They get that realization through the diagrams that I draw.
Yes, yes.
And then so often I actually don't see the child.
This is magnificent because Claudia, there is no book on parenting. There is no one way to parent, and in today's world, it's the generational difference in consciousness and the evolution of consciousness is a lot, is a large difference in between the parent and the child. Nowadays you have at least 3 generational consciousness difference in between, so it's hard for the parents to get along with children. But when you begin to bring these pieces together, it's magnificent. It's just miracles happen. And
But
that's something I do with identity architecture too.
nice.
Once everything that we do in life and everything has to do with who we are, has to do with identity. And
Hmm.
a lot of people don't know what identity is. They think identity is their ID card or their title or their name, or that's not it.
Yeah.
So come to this conference and come to my presentation so you learn what identity is and how to architect identity, because
Yeah.
identity is not fixed. Well, it's a whole lot of who we are currently, but a whole lot of who we are becoming. And who do you want to be?
Yes, I was going to say that. Who do you choose to be? I love
Yes,
it. And you're
yes.
right, it is so important. And people can lose their identity if they feel unvalued, unheard,
Oh
not
yes,
validated,
yes,
all of those
yes.
things. And that is actually what I help people with. So I end up, as I say, I end up seeing the parents because they go, "Oh, it's my little child, it's
Mhm.
me," and I help their inner child. And again, we're using the buddy talk process. I don't always use it with my adults, but I do if I, 'cause we use our intuition, and I think, oh, okay, this is what's needed, and the playfulness of it, and then they, as you say, the playfulness, feelfulness, they are feeling into their
Yes.
inner child, and they actually age
Mhm.
regress back
Yeah,
through
yeah.
play,
Mhm. So
and then
what I
we,
want to
yeah,
touch up on feelfulness is that it's something new, and if a lot of people don't know what it is, so come on to this conference so you know what feelfulness is, or reach my website feelfulness.org. But what feelfulness is not feel your feelings. I mean, it encourages you. What feelfulness is, it's a meta conscious design in therapeutic methodologies, and it has a lot to do with identity architecture. And why is this important? Because anything we do has to do with identity, and people that go to therapy has their identity has been chipped. If people have gone through a lot of trauma in their life, their identity is chipped a lot. They feel that who they are is so changed. If you hurt someone, if you're the one that hurt someone, your identity is chipped away, right? So
yeah,
once you learn to re-architect your identity, miracles happen. But that's not the only thing. Pain is not the only thing. You want to grow. You want to develop personally, professionally. Somebody insulted you sometime, or somebody at work, or a colleague makes you, or a spouse at home makes you feel that you're not good enough. So when we feel that we're not good enough, the identity is chipped. So it's a matter of now we begin to understand through the metaconscious design how identity is built in the neuroscience, because neuroscience is fascinating. It's
hmm,
just it begins to show us. I've been studying neuroscience and how identity traces to it for a long time. It fascinates me. And when we begin to understand how things register in the neuroscience of things, then we have neuro language, which is not linguistics. It's neuro. Neuro language is one word, it's an experience. So when we introduce neuro language, we understand how neuro language affects these pieces of the neuroscience in a brain, that it becomes illuminated. In addition to emotional intelligence, why you feel that emotion and how you can feel it differently, and why, well, if you have emotions, then other people have emotions, right? If you're upset, then they're upset. So it when we rebuild identity, you begin to understand other people's identity as well. So it's new. It's something new I've developed it for the past 24 years, and it ended up being a system. It's not just a technique, it's not just a modality, it's a system. And I'm so excited about it. I'm so excited about it. And
excellent.
the good thing about it is that it accelerates the healing, it accelerates the growth, because you work at identity. It's like you work at the base level. I mean, think about of a house. A house has has a base, and he has plumbing, and he has electric, and that's what identity architecture begins to work at, this very basic elements.
Yeah. Yeah.
Neural language, 3 words, 3 words. With 3 words, you begin to re-architect. It's so simple, but not just any words, not just any words. So, Claudia, come to my presentation.
I
I will
know,
take
I know,
your
and I have
presentation.
I have because I have talked to you about what you do, and
Mhm,
I think it's absolutely fascinating.
mhm.
And what inspired you to start doing it? How did you get? What was the thing that you just went, oh, you know?
I experienced it. I went through it
Mhm.
myself. So,
Okay.
it once I kept experiencing it, I begin to see the wow of it. It's like, this works so it goes straight to the point, it goes straight to the heart of it in such a gentle way. And it lifts you up, it builds you up. You are good enough, but not just saying you are good enough. There's elements to it. There's metacognition, there's meta emotion. And the miracle thing about it is that with Feelfulness, when I take you to a journey, which is not hypnosis, it's a specifically crafted experience where you begin to feel what your identity needs to relayer. Because in the old part of who you are, there's layers that register in a hippocampus. There's layers that register in a default mode network, and we want to be aware of it. Even thalamus is affected. Everybody talks about the amygdala, which is a very important thing, but there is more to it.
Yeah, always
Hippocampus is the key to taking out those layers that been registered. And with Feelfulness, we take out those layers. It's fascinating. It took layers for me, and when I see how many layers, it's accelerated. What it does for my clients, I go, thank God. I am still amazed. I know what the power of it is, because then I started developing it. So where I started, I experienced it myself, and I've wrote the book. It took me a long time to write the book, and then develop the neural language, because when you experience something, you know how to tie your shoelaces. How are you going to explain someone how to do it? Because, well, tie your shoelaces is easier, but some of the things that you just know how to do, they're just embedded in you. It's hard to put words to it.
yeah.
So it took me a long time to put words to it. And then here comes neuroscience. I had emails coming into my into my inbox, about 10, 12 emails a day, neuroscience. And I got fascinated, and I started researching. And and then this developed even bigger. So I'm excited to present this. And even as a therapist, when we begin to understand how identity is architecture, again, we think we know what identity is. There is more to it. So let me just say there is more to it. And you want to know, what is more to it, right? It's fascinating. And the
And so we'll find out about that in your presentation?
Yes, you're definitely going to find out in my presentation. But let me tell you what the goal, how we re-architect identity. The goal of it is to, well, feel, but not your feelings. Feel something particular that is going to enter your identity, and I call that states of being. So when you are being in the beingness, you begin to relate and you begin to develop. So states of being is what I teach clients, and states of being is what therapists need to learn how to craft specific states of being that the client needs, not just any, not just comfortable and capable and confident, not just that. That's all stuff. But when therapists begin to specifically craft states of being, we get to the point, the ultimate goal in the meta-conscious design and therapeutic methodologies is for us, especially therapists, to create a specific consciousness, and then create a therapeutic consciousness state of being, which therapeutic consciousness is going to have a multiple states of being in it, and then transfer that to the client therapeutically.
So
That is a big deal.
Out of interest, because remaining client-centered and what the client, because everybody's different, we know that. So it's like, would they be coming up with their own identity of what they perceive for themselves? Is that what happens?
That's what they come in. Well, this is what they come into us first. This is who I am, and this is, I would like to make something better. Please help me. So the very first neural language that it is going to be a diagnostic, what neural language functions as a diagnostic and prescription. And the first neural language as a diagnostic to every client, it will be capable, certain, curious. So
yes,
they are
always curious.
already capable, certain, and curious.
Your
There
video
is
is
only
going a bit
something to
funny
be
there.
capable of. Diagnostic and a prescription. Yeah. So it's fascinating, but then there is so much more to neural language, and we begin to develop metacognition. It's aware of being aware, and then allocating your attention so precisely that you begin to develop simultaneous attention. It's attention, concentration, focus, observation, 4 different things. So in metacognition, we combine this in a very sharp skills. So it takes a little bit to develop this metacognition skill, but it is absolutely necessary to get to the meta emotion, to rewrite and reconstruct those emotions that have been imprinted. And I want to mention that emotion and feelings are 2 different things in feelfulness. They dance together, and sometimes an emotion becomes a feeling, and a feeling sometimes becomes an emotion, but they're 2 different things. In my book, I specifically give 2 different chapters: the neuroscience of emotions and neuroscience of feelings. So it's quite interesting. And other languages, other than English, other languages, they have 2 different words for emotion and for feelings. Romanian language has quite a few words for emotions and a feeling. But once with the metacognition, meta emotion, with this neural language, when you help someone be that, you have to yourself know how to be that. It's not just suggestion like in hypnosis. Yeah, because it's helpful to use this neural language as a suggestion, as a therapeutic suggestion, of course, but you as a therapist need to learn how to be that, and that is a process. It's in the journeying, it's quite simple, but it is profound, because the basic level of architecture is simple. So we go back to the simple, because simple has been forgotten, and then that simple has been worked on, right? And then we as a therapist, what do? We focus so much on a client, we forget about ourselves. Yeah, we go into technique, modalities, which we should, but then once we learn how to be the medicine, then we can help the client heal. So
Okay, so yeah, I was wondering there, because sometimes it's when I'm sitting, it's like we're so in as you say, involved, and I would say that would then be my intuition coming in.
it's not just intuition. Intuition, it's a wonderful thing, and when a lot of us have developed it greatly, and it's needed, and thank God we have it, and more of us need to have it. It's more than that. It's metacognition and meta emotion.
So
Meta
is that
psychology
like then
goes
an energy that we have?
not just
What is it?
energy. It's intentional. It's crafting. It's construction. It's construction. Metacognition, just think about that. When sometimes you focus and you can't focus because you're so distracted, that is when there is a difference between observing and noticing. So just learning these different layers. In metacognition, we also learn different layers of thought because we operate in different layers of thought. So in instinct, for example, you access a different layers of thought. It just shows up to you. But in metacognition, I teach you to be in a different layers of thought. And there are exercises, of course. And then when you enter a different layer of thought, your cognition, you enter into metacognition. So in metacognition, then you can clearly dissect the emotion, the meta emotion, and then you help your client. Well, through emotional intelligence first, but you help your client transform the emotion into a meta emotion, because before that emotion there's another emotion, there is another emotion. So again, you go to the heart of it, to the origin of it. So where did it originated? Well, someone insulted you. Maybe you hurt someone and you still carry that, oh, I feel bad, I shouldn't have done that, right? Or somebody done to me that wasn't right, they shouldn't have done it. So we're just keeping it simple, but it can get very complex. Yeah, I have clients I'm working with, also not just trauma, but with executives, that this particular individual, high director of business analysis. I mean, he's got a lot of employees underneath. It's a high level corporate position. He's doing very well. Yeah, he not only he makes a lot of money, but he's got a high level position. When he was young, he high school. It was in high school and then college too. At some point in one of the years, he came out second instead of coming out first. His father made him feel ashamed he didn't become first. To this day, there are tears coming out of his.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It is,
Mm.
and he worked so hard to become second. I mean, it's just these things just happen. So that it chipped away from who you are. I work so hard, I know I'm good, I'm all capable, I'm all curious, I'm all certain, and then somebody comes and tell me that's not good enough.
Yeah.
Well, oh, he's doing good, but that piece is still there.
Yeah.
And affects his motivation, affects his decision making. He can quite decide, procrastination, and other things. So when I go and rebuild that, the executives, they just get it right away. Just goes right back into it and go, oh, right. With clients with trauma and other things, other issues, not just trauma, but other issue, it takes a little longer. But it's fascinating. It's
Yeah, they
something
just
I've
rewrite
experienced.
a new story, you know, because we are the movies we play in our heads. So
Yes.
it's about, you know, yeah, acknowledging that one, taking it away, put it in the right place in your brain, and then rewriting a new one and embedding that over and over.
So
Um,
what imprints in the brain is the experience we have.
mhm,
So with fearfulness and a meta-conscious design, we design experiences, we craft specific experiences that will overwrite that experience that we want to eliminate, begin
mhm,
to diminish, reduce, and eliminate eventually. It has to be a specific experience. And when you have this experience, positive healing experience, the all layers begin to fall away by themselves,
mhm,
and it registers in a hippocampus, and then you have these experiences repeatedly. It registers in the basal ganglia, right?
mhm.
The reinforcement mechanism. Then it goes into the default mode network. It engages your prefrontal cortex. So with fearfulness, we engage both the prefrontal, the evolved brain, and the limbic system. It's Claudia, it's fascinating. I'm
It is.
doing that, and I'm
I
still
would actually.
fascinated by it.
I think most of the modalities that all of us, because there's so many different ones, that they will all touch on those things within the brain. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I think what we all get to do is absolutely fantastic. And anybody coming to the conference is going to be just blown away by the knowledge that is there. So
Definitely, definitely. And I want everybody to, I'm sharing this screen right now. And let me click on a few things because I click on share. I am sharing the screen of the window of this edge and this window, and it's just not coming up over there anymore. Let's do this. It shows that it is here. It is here, and it's coming up on the screen. It's not. Why is it not coming up on the screen? It's not. So,
just
for whatever reason, now it doesn't want to show up. But let me try one more thing. If I, because I want to show people how to screen share.
to
This
find
screen,
the conference. Yeah.
yes. So let me try a few more clicks, and maybe I can do. No, it's not gonna work. So it's in the okay, in the link I'm gonna give everybody the it worked before we went live. See, this is technology.
I know. It's great when it works.
Only the stress of technology. We need to unstress just because of technology. So it worked before. But what I'm gonna do in the link, I'm going to provide the link to this hypnosisconference.org, Mid-America Hypnosis, October 17, 18, 19, with pre-conferences going October 15, 16, and then post-conferences going October 21 and 22. And
in fact, there's another one after that because Jody and Cormac are doing one for addiction, specifically for that. They're doing one.
That's wonderful. That's definitely wonderful. But we're going to have goodie bags. They're called swags. So let's call them goodies. There's a lot of goodies you're going to have in the bag. And at my vendor table, I'm also going to have gifts, a lot of gifts. And my goodies that go in a bag are specifically for therapists. A lot of the neuro language. I made a few cards. Hopefully they arrive on time. I made the new cards, neuro language, that 3 words. I'm showing you how 3 words depotentiate and double bind at the same time. 3 words.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it's a big deal. It's definitely a big deal. So I'm excited. Come to the conference. Come see me and Claudia before you go see
everybody else. Yes, it'll be good fun. I mean, there's I know there's on the Friday night there's Family Feud. On the Saturday is the gala and the comedy show, and on the Sunday there's a pool party, and then again on the Monday. I mean, I've signed up for it. I'll be doing that one day post conference with Richard Bandler. So yes, I'm looking forward to it. And then of course you see everybody in the community. You know, your friends. And if you're a newbie, you get to make new friends.
Oh, absolutely. And I want to mention that this Mid-America conference in Chicago it's a very old conference. And what I like about it is that people are just the kind of people you meet. One word is non-judgment. You go other places and you find people that they behave in a matter of better than.
Do you know what? I don't get that.
Me neither.
I think that might have been old. I'm not getting that.
It has to do with identity. It's their identity. It needs to. It's
maybe you're more aware of it because you're so focused on people's identity, and it just goes over my head.
Yeah, and then they behave and they talk to you as better than. So I look at them and I say, well, let's do some identity level work, right? But there are some people other places, but not at this conference. Not at this conference. So it's a lot of fun and you make friends quickly. I've been in other conferences, great people too, but somehow it wasn't as friendly as this.
Right.
It's just something about Mid-America conference. Well, Midwesterns are just cool people to be around.
There you go.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
so we'll see you soon. And
hope to see you there.
hypnosisconference.org. It's not .com, it's .org. So we'll see you soon, and come see me and Claudia and all of the famous people, but me and Claudia specifically.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll